Hello, everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today.
Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today I do appreciate you stopping by. Guys, I have not seen this particular label of Guinness around here. Of course, I haven't been searching for it. This comes to me by the way of my brother Rico, and the note he sent on this one says, Guinness Stout aged in Bulleit bourbon barrels. 10% foreign export stout with 60 IBUs. This is their Antwerpen Stout aged in charred oak Bulleit bourbon barrels. Purchased for $18 for a 4-pack. He said he didn't see a date anywhere. All he can tell me is that his beer store got these in last week. And he says possibly a 2018 vintage. So I'm actually not sure if it is or not. But, we'll take a closer look at the bottle and see if I can see anything about it when we come back, once we've got the beer out of it, and we can see if it's got black ink on a dark brown bottle with a dark beer inside, which is virtually impossible to see. So let's jump over. This is a 10%er, guys, and according to the bottle, that it is open. It says Guinness Open Gate Brewery and Barrel House Stout aged in Bulleit bourbon barrels, brewed in Dublin, Ireland, and aged in Baltimore, Maryland. So evidently they shipped it off to go into the barrels there. 10% by alcohol by volume, and it's at 11.2 fluid ounces. Their bottles are a little smaller than the regular 12-ounce versions, but I'm glad to see that they're brewing beers in Ireland again instead of Canada. Not anything negative about Canada, but what I found coming from Canada didn't fit the bill to me. Just my opinion, guys. The foreign export stout that was done there that I did years ago was awesome, and I'm glad to see a bourbon barrel version of an export stout coming out. So let's get on with this. And basically, the commercial description is a lot to what Rico said there. He said, the stout we first brewed just for Belgium, aged in charred oak bourbon barrels, coconut and oaky vanilla aroma with a rich and full-bodied dark caramel and coconut flavor. So 10%, 60 IBUs. So hopefully we can find some kind of vintage or date on it somewhere. Maybe not. So, let's get this thing opened and get it into the glass. A little bit of hiss, smoke. So here we go. 10%. Let's go down the center, guys. What do you think? That is about as aggressive as I can pour that. Straight down the center. Everything is out of the bottle. Almost a finger of head on that pour. Over into the light. A little bit of red rubiness around the thin part of the glass. It is not pitch black, guys, but it's pretty dark. So let's get it to the nose. Definitely getting the bourbon, the vanilla, coconut, caramel, toffee, maybe some black molasses. Does have a little bit of booziness to the nose. And the more it sets in the glass and warms up, the more of those aromas and flavors are going to come out. Every time I put my nose to it, it seems like I'm getting something a little bit stronger as far as the coconut and the vanilla and the bourbon. very prominent now, more so than the first whip that I did. Smells good. It's time. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Thank you, my brother. And as you can see, the head is dissipated completely, just barely covering the top of the beer. A little thin for a 10%er, but the bourbon is definitely there. The coconut, the vanilla, the roasted malt, the prime candidate to let warm up. It can come to room temperature, so all those aromas and flavors come out. Pretty tasty. I like it. Just a tad on the thin side to me. But we're going to let it warm up, sip on it, and see where it ends up. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on it about an hour. A little bit on the boozy side, but you got to realize you're drinking a 10%er on top of that. But the main thing is it's a little thin and watery for a 10%er. I like a little thicker, heavier mouthfeel, a little bit more body than what I'm getting from this. Don't get me wrong, I do think it's a very tasty beer. Definitely worth picking up and giving it a try. Could not find any kind of dating or vintage or anything on the label, and Guinness is definitely big enough to do that, so, but they choose not to. So I did enjoy this. So Rico, thanks again, my brother. But it has a couple things that's keeping it from getting the 10. Definitely on the nose, you're getting the bourbon, you're getting the coconut and vanilla, and just a slight hint of booziness. So there are a lot of 10%ers out there that you get the bourbon but not so much of the booze. I don't know how that works, but just in my opinion, I'm smelling more of the alcohol than I want to or should. But of course, these guys have been brewing beer for a long time. So don't base any kind of not purchasing a beer on what I say. You might find this is the best thing you ever put on your lips. So don't base it on what old Greg says. Try it for yourself. I'm just giving you opinion. Final chug. I did enjoy it. Like I said, not sure I would buy this beer because of the mouthfeel and how thin it is and not having a date. That's the reason I'm going to give it the A-, guys. 90 for me on this one. Over to Beer Advocate. They say 3.68, which is not even into their B+ range. They're just giving it a B. And over to Untapped, they have it at 4.05, which is also in their A- range. So me and Untapped agree. Me and Beer Advocate disagree. Imagine that. So it is what it is. I did enjoy it though. Thanks again, Rico. I do appreciate it. Guys, if you've had this one, the Stout aged in Bulleit bourbon barrels from Guinness, let me know what you think. Until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.